Ladies and gentlemen, Ghana has lost to Uruguay by 2-0. Very, very, very disappointing results. And I believe that if you are a Ghanaian, you will feel so much disappointed not being able to qualify from this group stage or not being able to qualify from this stage. Actually, things were obvious that Ghana would qualify to the round of 16, but we actually ended the game by 2-0 against Ghana, where we couldn't qualify from the group. And it's quite surprising for a Ghanaian, or if you are to make your analysis compared to the performance these boys have put up for Ghana in this particular tournament. But it's football, it's part of the game, and then in the World Cup history, it's not something new. So Ghana, we've lost to Uruguay by 2-0. Now, I'm coming to talk about why Ghana lost to Uruguay by 2-0. But before that, let's look at the starting 11 that Ochoado paraded for this particular game. So, this is the starting 11. Ghana actually came into this particular game with these players. Atizigi in post, Alidu Seidu at the right back, Baba Rahman playing as a left full back, Daniel Amate and then Salisu playing as a centre pair, and then Thomas Partey and Salis Abdul playing as defensive midfielders. Then we have Jordan Ayew and Dede Ayew, and then Kudus Mohammed and Inaki Williams. So these are the 11 players that Ochoado actually paraded for the game against Uruguay. Now, Ghanaians were expecting to see the players that started for Ghana against South Korea, but then it actually didn't work. We ended up coming into this game with different starting 11, which is quite surprising because we keep changing our right and then left fullbacks. And then I think it's one thing that we did that it didn't really work for us, because if you have won a game against South Korea with a particular team, I think you should maintain that particular team. But maybe there could be some sort of injury of which I don't know, or I have no idea about that. But if there is nothing like that, then I feel we should have actually kept that particular players and then paraded them for this particular game. So that's my point for that one. And then in the game proper, let's analyze the game. I actually think that Jordan Ayew and then Dede Ayew, it was difficult. Actually, it was really, really difficult. And when we needed Dede Ayew the most, he couldn't perform. We saw Dede Ayew, actually, when Ghana, then we were expecting Dede Ayew to actually score for us. But he ended up wasting that glorious opportunity, of which is actually a big blow for Ghana. And Mecca said, it was accounted to the loss, because boys, they actually felt disappointed, and I think they lost focus when the Ayew couldn't score that particular penalty. And then you could see from the faces that they weren't happy, and then the vim, the morale, whatever you can call it, vanished. Emma just said the Uruguayans also at that particular moment they gathered the morale, and they were able to come back strong and then have that 2 quick goals against Ghana. And it's quite funny. Our Ghana journey into this particular tournament from our first 2 games and then this particular game. Our first game against Portugal, we lost to Portugal by 3-0. And in the space of 2 minutes, we conceded 2 goals. And then our second game against South Korea, we won by 3-2, but then we lost. We conceded 2 goals in a space of 3 minutes. And now Ghana against Uruguay, We have conceded 2 goals in a space of 6 minutes. What has really been the problem for Ghana? That we concede in just 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and 6 minutes. In the space of 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and 6 minutes, which is very, very awful. But then I will not blame these guys, because I think the team, they are young and they haven't played so long, and we cannot say that maybe we've grown them for a longer time, so we're expecting them to deliver. No, of course they are young players, and then we don't have a coach as well, which makes it more sad for a country like Ghana going to a tournament like FIFA World Cup, and then we are going without an experienced coach. Otuado, the first team he has ever coached in his entire career is Ghana. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve the job, but I think we should have given the role to someone who has coached for so many years, who have actually had an experience when it comes to coaching. So I think one point that I've also raised is that we didn't go with a coach. And then the other point that I want to raise is that in FIFA World Cup history, Ghana have failed to qualify to the round of 16. If we've actually failed to qualify for the round of 16 whenever we have Portugal in our group, and then Portugal turn up to win a game against us. So in 2014 in Brazil, Ghana, we lost by 2-1 to Portugal at the group stage, and we failed to qualify to the round of 16. And here in QATAR 2022, we've lost our first game. We lost our first group stage game against Portugal, and now we failed again to qualify to the round of 16. Very, very sad as a Ghanaian, and then very, very sad as someone who loves their country, and then who also actually had some sort of hope that Ghana would qualify to the round of 16, but it didn't happen this way. And we have to appreciate the fact that the boys did well, but then probably it wasn't our tournament. But I think if we are able to keep these players for the next 2, 3, 4 years, Ghana will come out as a very tough side, and it will be very difficult for other countries to beat us. I think we have to appreciate them, and then we hope that in the near future we come back and then do well for ourselves. It's sad, but then let's take it like that. Subscribe to my channel.